Sunborn, good people, welcome to another Make Your Magic session. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you guys are feeling great and rested. Now, this video is coming in a little late because, things have been going a little bit crazy in my world. But here it is. I'm still going to give you the forecast of the week as well as the rundown of what we're going to be working on for the rest of the week, probably up until Sunday at this point. And as I read these tarot cards just in a bit, you'll probably find that maybe you've already experienced some of these things. But if not, then maybe they're coming, or maybe they're coming in a week's time, something like that. But just take it with a grain of salt and take it contextually and fit it into where you see so that you can find out what actions and steps that you might need to take. But before we get into the tarot reading, let's talk about what we're talking about this week, what we're going to be doing. Focusing on light work. Now, what is light work? As I said in the group, light work is the stuff that you do to raise your vibration. Shadow work is also things that you do to raise your vibration, but that's when you're working with old emotions, old thought patterns, and releasing them and removing them. Light work is when you're engaging with new emotions, bringing them into your life, and new thoughts and new patterns, and then raising your vibration with those. If you watched the videos about 2 weeks ago about manifesting using the STEAM method, spirit, thoughts, emotions, actions, and manifestations, when we dealt with emotions, you'll know that there's two modalities when it comes to emotions that we spoke about: increasing emotion and releasing emotion. Releasing is shadow work, increasing is light work. So what we're going to be covering in the sessions that come after this on the Patreon, get your week free so you can engage in all the content that I have for you, and you can see if it's something that you want. The content we're going to be working on this week is going to be fivefold as usual. Prayer we spoke about in the live meditation, the power of prayer and the purpose of prayer and how to pray, why to pray, when to pray, who to pray to, what does prayer do to your psyche, to your mind, to your spirit, and to the manifestations that you might want to bring forward. And then we're going to work on visualizations. That's going to be after this video, tomorrow most likely. And then we're going to work on affirmations and incantations. So I don't know if you guys, I didn't actually get into what incantations are when we were dealing with manifestation with STEAM. So I'm going to be getting into what incantations are. Basically, they're supercharged affirmations. Like, you know, affirmations, think of affirmations, but like Goku on the Super Saiyan level, right? That's what an incantation is. Some of you might know it, some of you might not. We're going to get into it one of these days. And then we're going to work on movement. Movement as in how to move your body and why to move your body in order to raise your vibration. We'll get into all of that. And then we're going to talk about grounding. That's number 5. How to ground yourself so that all these things can become part of your lived experience, your reality. Because what's the point if we're not living it, right? We're just seeing it in our heads or maybe even feeling it in our hearts. Yes, very good. And that's actually how you bring things into reality. But we also want to live the life with our physical bodies. So we're going to focus on how to ground. But without further ado, let's get into this reading for today. Let's wait for the fire to come through. Always need to have at least one element when you're doing your work. I've got my tea here, I've got the fire, and I've got the spread. Now, of course, I pulled the spread when I was recording the first video, which was not able to make it to you, but the message is still the same. We have here for you, and for us, in fact, the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords. You've got the 6 of Pentacles. You've got the Devil card. You've got the Queen of Wands. And then there was a bonus card, which was the Hermit. Now, when I was reading this the first time, the message I got was there's going to be, it was basically echoing what we've been talking about these couple of weeks. Because springtime is coming, there's going to be a lot of death and renewal of situations. There's going to be a lot of endings that happen in your life. You might already be experiencing it. might already be experiencing it. There's going to be a lot of endings happening in your life, but that means there's also going to be a lot of new beginnings. Death is a two-sided coin. One side is death, one side is life. So always make sure that you pay attention to the life as well. But there's going to be a lot of new beginnings, new endings, things going off and things starting again. And that thing that you were supposed to already finalize, make the decision. Because the Six of Pentacles speaks about a raise in your money or in your salary or in your endeavors, but generally just abundance. The abundance that you've been searching for, some of it. The abundance that you've been feeling is on its way. That's on its way. It's almost here. But first, you're going to have to finish that situation. You're going to have to pull the trigger on whatever it is that you've been delaying on, or whatever it is that comes next to you. You're going to have to pull the trigger so that you can unlock this abundance that is on its way. It comes in the form of many things. Whatever you've been manifesting, whether you know it or you don't know it, it comes in the form of money, it comes in the form of people, it comes in the form of opportunities, it comes in the form of just good feeling and the ease of life, right? You might have been going through a rough patch currently, but that is going to end soon and something new is going to start. Now, with the Devil card here, unfortunately, with that something new also comes what I wanted to say challenges, but it's just simply new situations that are going to take your attention, or they're going to require your attention, or they're going to desire your attention. Let me put it like that. They're going to desire your attention. Our flame is very low right now. Interesting. But they're going to desire your attention. The reason I use the word desire is because they're just simply going to call for it, but you cannot give in to those things being things that are not aligned to what you actually want to bring to life. You're going to have to use your Queen of Wands energy, which is a very feisty, very, I want to say talkative, but very outspoken, very declarative energy. Speak it into existence and act as such and move with a lot of confidence in order for these things that desire your attention, that might want to come and derail you, not to do so. These are the weapons that are formed against you. Do not let them win. Do not let them prosper. Decree, declare what you want to bring to life, and do it with like a heavy vigor and confidence and a knowing. This is when you end that situation, or you make that decision, or you move into that new space. And when the newness comes, new opportunities, new challenges. But like the Death, it's a double-sided coin, because new problems will come. More money, more problems, you know what I'm talking about? So now when the new problems come, declare and decree the focus, the intention, the attention, and the motion that you are going to be taking control of, if that makes sense. So declare and decree the path that you're going to be taking, because there things will come to try and steal your attention. Now I also got the Hermit card here, right? Usually the Hermit card says pull away, become isolated. But the reading I'm getting now actually is kind of different from the first time, which is your space or your words, your aura. Watch it. Because these temptations come, and watch out, these temptations come, or the word is temptations and the word is also not temptations. These distractions, temptations, whatever you want to call it, they come and they're very elusive, or they're very persuasive, or they're very intense and tiring. So you need to make sure that you're able to watch the things that you say to yourself and to other people and to situations, breathe life into them, as well as watch your aura and your space. Protect yourself. Close some of the doors, some of the windows. Don't close them off too much, and don't close them off to the right or to the wrong things, because You still got your Six of Pentacles coming through with the abundance. So you don't want your windows to be closed for the abundance. But for the distractions, for the delays, for the temptations, for the things that you know and feel are not the ones, shut them out. Do not be available. Period. You're not available. And you're going to say that out loud. Say, no. Or this is what I'm doing. Not that. Period. Period. The fire is now agreeing. Say no, declare and decree. Declare and decree what it is that you want to move into, and then make sure you use protective measures and evasive measures to make sure that the temptations, distractions, attacks, whatever the case is going to be for you, they do not enter your space. They can come around, they can be on the, you know how you have government property, and then once you step on the lawn, that's your own personal property, and then you move on to the gate, which is locked, and then you get into the house, and so on and so forth, deeper and deeper. Just like that, these distractions, these temptations are going to want to come onto your property from the government property, from the streets. Suba vumela ungavumi bavalele. Close that door. Lock that gate. Tell them to get off of your property by decreeing, being clear and being convicted in whatever it is that you decree. Now, they might fight back, as they all do, but so what? But be wary to discern between that temptation and the abundance that is coming for you after you make that move that you've been procrastinating on, that you've been scared to do. Make that decision. Now, I'm getting the urge to pull this top card here. Aha, strength. Simple as that. You have the strength in you. You have the strength available to you. Call upon it so you can use it to make that decree. So you can use it to make that decision that opens up the door, the gates, so that the abundance can come in. But when you open up the gates for the abundance to come in, the distractions come in as well. Make sure that you decree and declare that the distractions do not have a space in your life. Say no, do not be available. Our meditation this week is going to be about affirming and decreeing particular affirmations and thoughts into our space so that it becomes easier for us to align ourselves to the path that we need to be going on. So go catch it on Patreon, subscribe, get your week free so that you can meditate with us. Thank you guys so much for joining this magic session. I will see you in the next one where we talk about visualization. So it is, and so it shall be. I love you. Goodbye.